because that was not a normal song.
Yeah.
But then like Ed Sheeran's is just a slow ballad with a freaking, you know, like it's
like all of his songs.
It doesn't share characteristics, it only shares chord progression, which is different.
Didn't Ken just get busted for copying a bunch of Milli Vanilli dance moves?
Milli Vanilli.
All right, so is anybody familiar or caught up with Ed Sheeran's trial?
Oh yeah.
Ongoing and just ended.
Against the Marvin Gaye estate.
Yeah.
Wait, what happened?
Against the Marvin Gaye thing?
No, they were suing him.
Yeah, co-writers of Marvin Gaye's Let's Get It On were suing Ed Sheeran for plagiarism for his song Thinking Out Loud.
Have you heard that?
Why?
Do you think it sounds alike?
Nope. I don't.
You don't?
Yeah, let's consult the musician here.
So I think it sounds similar.
What are the two songs? Can you hum it? I forgot what the...
That's the freaking Ed Sheeran.
That's Marvin Gaye, so.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, darling. Stop beating around the bush.
What the
Let's get it on.
Those two are similar?
No, they have similar chord progressions. They have similar chord progressions, but those chords have been around since the beginning of time.
Yeah, we need to hear an actual musician talk about like what constitutes plagiarism and also the context of like same thing like musician. It's like I can speak on it in dance. At the end of the day, we all have the same 2 arms and 2 legs. There's only so many types of combinations to try and rework movement. But like from a musician's point of view, like what is the basis for it?
There's no way you can. It's enough to be able to state the case, but it's not enough to make it winnable.
Because the Robin Thicke song and the Marvin Gaye one, it sounds very similar.
Well, they go, hey, hey, hey.
That one was conceptually similar because of they had like little things here and there that were like almost like
The way they made this.
it almost sounded like a tribute to that.
Yeah, it's
Like parody.
Yeah,
It could fall
because
under
that was
parody.
not a normal song.
Yeah.
But then like Ed Sheeran's is just a slow ballad with a freaking, you know, like it's
Like all of his songs.
it doesn't share characteristics, it only shares chord progression, which is different.
Didn't Ken just get busted for copying a bunch of Milli Vanilli dance moves?
Milli Vanilli. I don't even know if anyone's gonna get that reference, dude.
I think they got busted for that big time.
OG lip syncers.
Milli Vanilli dance moves? That is the craziest. That's the one you thought of?
Dude, those guys are like fucking.
Hey, that's sick, dude. Bring it back.
Yeah, those guys are.
Did they do like New Jack Swing style?
It was 90s, yeah. And then they went like this a lot.
Obviously, our signature trademarks.
It looks like you guys, yeah. Yeah, but it shares similar chords, but you can't put trademarks or anything on chords. So it doesn't make sense. And that's ultimately what happened.
When you say similar chords, are they the same chord progression? Like the same?
At some points, they're similar. They're not exactly the same, and they don't always stay in that same order. Like,
So not like church
Let's
songs.
Get It On has a bridge that Ed Sheeran song has no similarities to whatsoever. But then it's on those little hooks that they're like, oh, see, we put them side by side, and they're kind of. But you can do that with so many songs.
That's how people make medleys, right? They kind of are all in the same key, and they kind of like, oh, that song flows to that song. And
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Do you think that because Marvin Gaye is not making music anymore, the family's like, we need like some angles?
Moolah.
I mean, I think they got a little heady after they won that last one.
Who do they win
Sounds
against?
like Robin Thicke,
Yeah, they won too.
and they basically won a lot of money.
So they're coming after everybody.
Kind of business model now,
It seems like because of that, maybe they're like, oh, we can get this too.
So if you're a music lawyer, you gotta be able to play the keys and be good at law,
Yeah, you gotta know it all.
right? Because you gotta be able to be like, oh, legally, okay, yep. You gotta be able to be like,
They won $5.3 million from that settlement.
Sheesh.
You think when they do those copyright laws in court, the lawyer also busts out a Casio?
Yeah.
And he starts playing the keys?
Did you ever see the Boondocks episode where R. Kelly's on?
Yeah.
And then they're like, to state his case, they just throw him a mic and he performs, and everyone's all
like,
So good.
And it changes their whole verdict.
yeah, and then they're just like, not guilty, not guilty.
What did you think of the Robin Thicke song versus
I thought it shared characteristics. I was surprised that happened, though.
That it won?
Yeah, I was surprised, but I think it was just maybe it was just close enough that the jury was.
sometimes, you know, like in the 70s, I feel like the bands should sue themselves. Like you'll follow like Bart or whatever, right? Like a funk band. Or even fucking like Lakeside, they got 5 songs that sound the same.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, you need to sue yourself, motherfucker. You don't have any original.
Creed should sue the shit out of themselves.
You know,
Creed. Every single sounds like higher.
Creed should sue themselves into oblivion, dude.
Can you take me higher?
so should the 2 Unlimited, the ones that go. Every song they have is that.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's the name of the band? I've always wanted to know what those motherfuckers sounded like.
Yeah, I was surprised at that one. But the thing is, it did share similar, like, it was the conceptual side. They were like, listen to like how it has this like the little ding-a-ding, like there's so much about it that seemed like it was trying to recreate that.
Yeah.
But then this is like, Ed Sheeran said he was gonna quit music if he lost.
He literally promised to quit the music industry altogether if he was found guilty of plagiarizing the song.
Because it's ridiculous. Because he was saying too, like it's hard to, you have to be creative halfway remembering that like, oh, I can't be too creative where I think I'm making this up and I get sued. Like it's really hard. It's unsustainable.
There's something like that takes the artist out of something when they become litigious like this.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of weird, right? Because like you would think that, like in a community, right, of dancers or like even like singers or whatever, like you're kind of sharing and stealing from each other all the time. Yeah. Like how many fucking movies are exactly the same movie as another movie?
Right.
Like I don't get the.
Everything's derivative.
Right.
But then if you can prove that it was maliciously derivative, I think it's different.
Yeah.
But in this case, it's just there's only so many chords, man. Especially if you're making pop hits.
Do you think the people that are taking over Marvin Gaye's estate, do you think they're a little toxic in the music world? You think everyone's looking at them like,
Definitely.
fuck these guys?
I think it is, because it's one thing if like with the Robin Thicke thing, I can understand a little bit if there's some kind of emotional like response to, hey, you're taking this man's legacy and this sound and you're ripping that off. I understand that. This is just, hey, that sounds a little bit like this, and I'll stretch it to prove it. Nobody thought when they heard Thinking Out Loud that like, hey, this is like that Marvin Gaye song. Like nobody said that.
Because imagine if Ed Sheeran had a song that sounded like Marvin Gaye. You know, none of his songs sound like Marvin Gaye.
I think it would be so funny if Ed Sheeran started making songs that intentionally sound like Marvin Gaye.
He should double down.
You know who's good at making songs that sound like other songs, but they do such a good job? Bruno Mars.
Oh yeah.
Like he makes songs that sound like that era.
Because he captured the Morris Day feel.
Yeah.
And like that kind of like high class pimpin' feel.
Yeah.
But then didn't actually rip the song structure. It was just like
made that.
Yeah, like every song he makes, you're like, oh, he's doing that era or this era or this era.
It's funny too, because like then you got Weird Al literally ripping the entire song and just parodying it because it's overt parody. He can do it and he can sell it.
Yep. And he survived more than all the artists he parodied.
Yeah, his career outlives everyone he's making fun of.
It's crazy.
Amish Paradise, right? That's a good one.
That was a good one.
But Coolio had that, and like what else? Like exactly.
Is that just like protected under parody law?
All of it.
Yeah, because it's parody. Its intent is parody.
The intent is parody.
I think,
Versus like.
Does he have to get clearance though?
I think he doesn't. But he says that he likes to get a blessing.
Yeah, because I know that on a talk show once they were asking him like who's someone that said no. And I think like maybe Prince was one of them or someone else.
Because Prince takes himself
but he just won't do it if they say no. But then I think he was so people just like him that they're like, yeah, go for it. Yeah.
It probably helps their song.
Yeah.
When you get a Weird Al parody.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, just as a little tidbit, fun thing, when you make a remix of a song, like let's say you have like a pop hit and a bunch of people start making remixes of them. If you sanction those remixes, if you say like, oh, I like what Diplo did with my song, you can sanction that, and every sale that he gets counts as a sale for your album. What? For the song.
Statistically, but not financially.
So if you see that somebody went triple platinum, that includes every remix that was made for that song.
Oh, then 50 Cent probably made a lot of platinum
In the club. He got so many remixes off that.
Yeah.
Damn, so
sometimes
so many rules in the music industry.
Yeah. So sometimes when you start seeing all these remixes, you can go, oh, that one's good. I like that one. I like that one. Then it goes under the umbrella of your sales, even if people aren't buying the original.
What would Ed Sheeran have done if he had to quit music?
Become a leprechaun impersonator?
What the? In Mobile, Alabama?
That's a really good idea, Joe.
Just hide in a tree?
Yeah. Even if you quit making new music, his numbers are so fucking big that like he could just live off the royalties of everything he's already created.
You don't need to work anymore.
Yeah, but at that point, you're already rich, right? So what else do you have to live for? if you're a musician and you're a creative person,
Leprechaun impersonating.
That's a whole nother niche.
they should have a Lucky Charms festival, and he could be the
Be the master of ceremonies.
You go to the Red Fair, dude. Live it up.
Yeah, like if he quits music, right? Yeah. So not even anywhere, because like, what's that guy's name? Trent Reznor? 9 Inch Nails he scores movies now, right? But he's still, but he's still in music. Yeah. Because I could totally see Ed Sheeran scoring music, but then
what is he gonna do though? Like MMA now, or like, you know?
They don't have Leprechaun MMA.
Yeah, but what's his next thing?
He'll fight Hasbulla next.
stunt driving.
Right? It could be something else, you know?
I would be sad to see someone quit music over a reason like this.
It's breaking their heart.
Especially someone like him. If it was like Kesha, I don't give a fuck. Go quit, dude. I wish you quit right now.
Because Ed Sheeran's not like ready to retire yet. He's still in his prime when he's creating content.
He kind of just blew up, right? Like, I think he really started blowing up maybe like 2015.
And a lot of the hits I hear from other artists, I'm like, oh, that's a good song. And I find out that Ed wrote it. So I'm like, what's that one song with Justin Bieber?
Baby?
Oh, yeah.
I don't like that song.
That song.
I don't know that one.
I don't like that song.
You should love yourself. That one.
Yeah, like my
I
mom.
like the message.
My mom loves, hates you, but she likes everybody, like whatever. Yeah, he wrote that song.
He also was like the first guy to like outsell like U2 in like the UK.
Good.
Yeah, I don't like
Did he
it.
outsell Big Willie style?
Just in terms of like how his pop stature, he's like, fuck.
U2 doesn't count because they forced their album on us when they got freaking Apple Music.
I'll never
That was
forget.
brilliant, wasn't
Never
that?
forget.
I was like, how do I have this song?
I hated that.
That made me hate U2.
What's a good song from YouTube?
How do I have
No,
this
that's
song?
not how. No, they didn't give us a beautiful day, dude.
No, he gave us some whack ass.
Dude, they finally apologized for doing that.
But it started playing every time I got in my car. I was like, why the fuck is it always a beautiful day?
Did you know they apologized formally for doing that?
I don't use Apple Music for that same fucking reason.
What do you use now?
I use Spotify only.
Yeah.
Like, what if when you download Spotify, you just got forced E40 albums?
Yeah.
That's better. That's better than you too.
Sprinkle me, baby.
Big on forgiveness. I think forgiveness is good, but I don't forgive them. They put, by the way, they put like 51 songs on that album. That was insane.
A lot, yeah.
I don't need the deluxe version. Okay.
Yeah.
Just give me the regular one if you're gonna give me one.
But yeah.
They didn't give us a beautiful day.
That's not them.
No, they too. They did that song, but they didn't give us that.
Nah, they give us some whack ass album.
Yeah, I remember.
Litigation sucks for music, man. It sucks too that like probably back when the original Marvin Gaye songs were happening, the chances of being sued for copying probably weren't as high as they are now. Like it feels like that's something they probably didn't have to deal with, and in today's culture, pretty much.
Dude, imagine you have a band and all the people around you, they're just like, you too, holy shit. And you just think that you're so tight and your music is so sick that when you give it to everyone for free as a present, they're all gonna be like, oh my God, thank you too. And instead everyone's like, hey, fuck you guys.
Dude, that's so funny.
Like, I was mad.
I was mad too. I don't know why. I was just pissed.
Shit.